Black Filipino, bump the track Reno. If you like this, then donate a C-No.
What's up, ChocoLumpia Lessons Tribe? It is ChocoLumpia of ChocoLumpia Lessons. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. You're gonna get ready with me. If you are a returning follower, subscriber, YouTube, I don't know, whatever. Hi, welcome back. Fam, what's going on? All right, so today, listen, this is scary. I understand. We're gonna fix it. Well, we're not gonna fix it. This is what my face looks like, okay? Without any makeup on, just straight out of the shower. So deal with it, okay? Okay, we're not gonna fix it. We're just gonna make it like more outside representable. Woo! I'm on vacation, first of all. So the fact that I'm even doing this is like, shows how much motivation I have, I guess, I don't know. But also, I just have to create content when I feel like it's a time when I can. Otherwise, when I really don't feel like creating content, it's just not gonna happen. So I am going to be doing something today, and I am going to have you get ready with me. So freshly out of the shower, first thing I always do is chapstick because my lips are dry. And I am like a chapstick fiend. I have all different types of chapstick. The one that I have in this particular drawer right now is my classic strawberry chapstick. Strawberry chapstick is better than cherry chapstick. Fight in the comments. But on my Instagram, I had asked in my Insta stories, here, I'll just put it here. I said, what lesson would you like to learn through me and watch me learn on YouTube? For content, right? For content ideas. And I swear sometimes when I post Insta stories with polls or questions, it's like crickets. I'm like, who is even, like, I see y'all watching and I know that you are here and real life human beings, but like what? I don't know. Like, I interact. If someone is posting that I follow and I like them, I interact. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe y'all don't really like me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not gonna feel one type of way about it because you could sit there all day and just go into a deep depression on that. But so right after the shower, I love this. This is my favorite. Mario Badescu. It's hot and I took a hot shower because I always do. And for whatever reason, I can't do what I'm gonna do in clothes that are less hot. Does that make sense? Like when I think of business, professional, casual, whatever, everything is like either long and covered. I don't know. Maybe that's what the world wants, you know? Anyways, that's a whole nother discussion for something else. Then I use my Glam Glow. This moisturizer is everything. And it's moisturizing without feeling greasy. I feel like I'm doing a commercial right now. Non-spark. You gotta put it everywhere. On your neck too, without getting age restricted or demonetized. Because the bar is not the same across the board. That's a whole nother topic for another time. Like I've talked about this before, I'll be in a bikini and I'll use that as a thumb shot. Thumb shot? I'll use that as a thumbnail and it'll be like, this video is now age restricted. And I'm like, okay, why? I'm literally at the beach. Like, this isn't even, whatever, who cares? Oh, sorry, you're supposed to go up, you know? But sometimes that just feels weird. I'm not doing this like to be luxurious. I'm rushing. So if I wasn't, it would look more relaxing, like more ASMR, but like, you know, like I said, I'm doing the bare minimum. I'm on vacation and I'm doing this just because it happens to sync up and because You guys asked for it, so I like to provide because that's why you subscribe, hopefully. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is a good time to say, hit that subscribe, hit that subscribe link. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, sorry, next. Actually, this is out of order, but this is my Peter Thomas Roth. Peter Thomas Roth. I quit all of it, everything. I'm not even leaving today. My fingers are doing the Nicole Kidman right now because I forgot to put this underneath my eyes. I usually do that before the moisturizer. This is fine. It's L'Oreal Eye Defense. I feel like I started using this a long time ago, just because the media tells you that you need to not have bags under your eyes. And I don't know, like I don't have bags so much as I have like darkness from I don't know, I was gonna get real dark, but anyways, oh my god, what is happening? Oh, this is the content that you guys are here for, I guess, or not here for. It's not like I have a lot of subscribers. Okay, so now this is my Peter Thomas Roth sunscreen, because sunscreen is the key to everything. Well, not everything, but it's very important for your skincare, okay? So I talk to people all the time and they're like, oh my god, I'm getting wrinkles, or oh my god, my foundation creeps into my fine lines. And I'm like, do you moisturize? And they're like, no. And then I go, do you wear sunscreen? And they're like, no. And I'm like, sis, what is you doing? Do you drink water? And they're like, no, I only believe in soda. I'm like, do you use primer? And they're like, no, I don't need primer. I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna fight with you on this. Yes, you do. You need all of those things. I don't care what color you are. Look at me. I'm putting on sunscreen. Why? Because I like for my foundation shade to match me all year long. I don't necessarily want to have two, even though I do. But, you know, I used to be in the sun a lot. I used to be in a relationship with someone who wanted to be in the sun all the friggin' time. Well, now I don't have to be in the sun all the friggin' time, so hallelujah. All right, so that's what I start with, right? And that was very violent with how, you don't have to put it on your skin like that. I just am rushing. And yeah, so we're gonna get dressed. We're gonna moisturize again, because I always moisturize with baby oil right out of the shower. Not that you need to know this, but a lot of times people will ask me why my skin is nice, and I'm just sharing that information, okay? I'm not the pro skin artist or whatever. But baby oil out of the shower while I'm wet. So I'll be standing there wet in the shower. I'll put baby oil on, let it sit for a minute, so that's where a meditation can happen, and then I will towel off. But not like rubbing off, like patting in, just like I was patting on my face, because you want the moisturizer to go into your skin, okay? Into your skin. And then after that, when I'm not vlogging, I put my lotion on. And usually it's some form of like a coconut butter or a coconut moisturizer, or any kind of lotion that I feel like wearing. And then let that dry, and then I get dressed. And then I put my makeup on, because I like having my shirt, my top on before I put my foundation on, because I don't want to get my brown girl foundation all over my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so I'll be right back. That was weird. I swear I heard something. Okay, hi, I'm back. We're a little bit more calm. The hair is down, and then it's just gonna slowly dry and progressively get bigger, but you know, thanks to Omiyagi. Sorry, I'm adjusting my earrings. Thanks to Omiyagi link in the bio or description. I did a video about her hair products and how much I love them. I have more curl. I mean, you can't see it right now. Anyways, it'll start to go, but not so big because I have the Omiyagi in there. And it keeps my hair calm, keeps it calm and moisturized. Because what have we learned so far today? Moisturization is key everywhere. Moisturize yo shit, okay? I'm just putting on my jewelry. Oh, so I never said what I was doing. Hello. Wow. All right, so in my Insta stories, I posted that, I already said. So one of the things was go to a job fair and apply to as many different jobs as you feel like you fit to and see what happens. That's a little bit hard for me because I already have like 10 jobs, and balancing that already can be challenging. But I do it because I've been doing it all my life, and I like it that way because it keeps it exciting, it keeps it new, all of those things. Sorry, I'm in my drawer, so apologies for the clickety-clacketing. But I figured I'd do my makeup while I recorded talking to you guys to tell you a little bit about it, because I don't know if I'll be able to take footage in there. I don't know if I want to either, because it's like weird. I'll put all of my products in the description if you guys care, but yeah, I'm just gonna do my face while I talk to you, because otherwise we'll be here for another hour, and I already said that I was gonna leave an hour ago because I wanted to get this one and done, but here we are, you know? It's also vacation, so it's like hard for me to really stay with a schedule because I have to do that in my regular everyday life as it is. And when I'm not having to do it, I really don't want to fucking do it. Okay. I'm just prepping some of the things on my brushes because I know what I use on me and I like to go fast. So I'm doing that, but I will prime and do all of that stuff in a moment. I'm just grabbing, for efficiency, all the things that I need for the look that I want to do today, which is going to be very simple because, like I said, vacation. And this already is more than I wanted to do today. It's fine. Wow, you're like, ChocoLumpia, how are you going to get through this interview without sounding like a total complete asshole? I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there, you know? I can amp it up on the spot. I'm a performer, you know? We'll figure it out. Anyways, so I don't want to use that. Oh, I do want this though. Do I want that? No. Well, yeah. Okay, so that was part of it, and then the other part was how to get into bartending. And with the summer months coming up, that's a very popular position that tends to open up, especially if you're in an area where there's a lot of nightlife or there's a lot of tourism. I mean, I think, like, I didn't start getting into bartending until later, but I feel like if you're in college and you can get into bartending, that's like a perfect side job or full job if you want to just do that. I mean, you can make bank being a bartender. Just kind of depends on where you are and if you're good. But so if you don't know, I used to work for Coyote Ugly, and I don't think I've ever really done a video on that experience on this channel, which I should, because that was a whole interesting experience in itself, and good experience, but just like crazy. But I'm super glad that I went and auditioned one, because I think that was when I was on Facebook still and I saw an ad for it. Like, I was applying for other things and I saw an ad for it and I was like, I wonder if I would get hired. Anyway, I'll talk about that when I do that video. But so I have that in my background, my experience. And sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay. And so Oh, I didn't put my primer on. See? Oh my God, you guys. But what's good about this primer that I use Smashbox, which I talk about all the time anyway, is that you can actually put it on all at the same time. It's fine. I mean, I don't usually like to do it like this, just because I like doing things in layers, if that makes sense. But you know, change it up. Whatevs. Okay. Oh God, now that foundation's gonna get dry. Okay, anyways. So I'm using part of a sample that I have. Because I wanted to see if my shade was different, and also when your shade is out, it's like, I don't know, I get into panic mode and I'm like, oh my God, what other one am I gonna use? You know, so I wanted to have like a backup shade. But now I think this is going to be my primary shade. It's MAC, sorry, Studio Fix, in case you're wondering or care. So, but then I usually use this one, which I don't know, it just lately has been making me feel kind of red. I just put a little bit of that on there. Wow, this is way more makeup than I wanted to do today, but we're gonna go with it. Is this foundation ASMR? Okay, so people were asking how to get into bartending, and it kind of, I feel like it can be kind of different for lots of people. Oh my God, there's something in my eye. What? This is very close, I'm sorry, but it's poking me and I can't, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So I was gonna share like tips that I've learned and then things that I've heard in the industry. I mean, I feel like bartending is like one of those jobs, and there's a lot of them, where once someone gets into that position, it's really hard to get them out of that position. So you kind of have to like wait for someone to die before you get into a position for certain places, right? Not all places. But like, I kind of feel like that was my experience with teaching too, at the big places where I was teaching. Like, because everyone just kind of retires in that position, and so there was no opening forever. I got really freaking lucky. One day I'll share that story. Well, see, here's the thing. I always say like I got lucky, but also it's like, if you're just working hard at what you do and then you stay ready, like the minute someone says, hey, this position is available, can you do it? And you honestly think you can do it or can pick it up and get better at it, then you open that up for yourself. So when I was offered a certain position, it was in a certain format, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I can, duh. Obviously I knew that I could, but this particular thing, like I was trained for it, and then I ended up getting fully trained for it and everything, but I got a video. I went to the store, I like ran somewhere to Walmart or something late night, I remember, with my man at that time. And I was like, let me just watch these videos and learn. I think YouTube was around then, making me sound like I'm 100 years old, 107 to be exact. But I watched the videos because they wanted me the next day, literally the next day. And I was like, let me figure it out. And I'd had so much training in my background that, you know, it's not like I wasn't qualified. But I learned on the job for sure. And that's how most jobs are. Nobody tells you that. They make it sound like, especially nowadays with these posts, they're like, must have 1,000,000 years of experience and, you know, we're only gonna pay you $2 an hour. And you're like, what the fuck? What? Doesn't make any sense. But you can get in. I feel like that's not doing anything. I don't usually like to cover my eyebrows with foundation because it makes it harder to just pull them out, and then I have to go really dark, and then my hand gets really heavy, and then it's just like a whole dark brow, and then it's like, wow, what are you doing? But also, I do like my brows to be dark. Whatever, who cares? My roots are black, you know? I like what I like. Okay, well, my curtain keeps hitting my chair and it sounds like there's someone behind me, and that's very creepy. Okay. Oh yeah, I ran out of this. I don't want to, oh, I can use a Q-tip. Okay. So, long story short, I really hate saying fake it till you make it, but sometimes the opportunity presents itself and you have to be ready. You have to either jump or go, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. And then who knows when that opportunity is going to come up again, you know? So in the meantime, you study or you train or you do whatever you can to get the experience. Like, don't just sit on your thumbs and be like, well, I guess if I get lucky, it'll come up. No, bro. You gotta put the energy out there, you know what I'm saying? So last night, this is so random. Last night I was looking at job postings. And I don't even know what, I think I was in the bartending section. And I already, like, I do work for a company where they hire me, and it's kind of freelance, but it's like I can kind of pick which gigs I do. That works easiest for my life and my schedule right now, rather than having to be somewhere like full-time. And, but I'm always looking for, like, you know, different, more gigs. Things that sound fun or interesting, whatever. And this one was so interesting. I don't want to talk about it too much because I kind of hope that, well, not that I kind of hope. I hope that they call me back because I did apply and I sent my resume and everything. Personalized email. And it was in a section that wasn't for bartending, but then it also had that listed as a job duty. And then it had like other stuff listed that I was just like, oh my God, this would be so much fun to do. I would love to do this. I've never heard of this thing before, but it sounded like a very cool idea. Anyways, if I get booked for it, I'll let you guys know. Maybe, depending on, because, you know, people are weird. So I'm not going to also tell you what job fair I'm going to, but I just kind of wanted to talk about getting jobs. And sometimes people, like, I know right now the market is really sucky. I think I've been obsessed with getting jobs since I could get jobs. Because for me, looking for jobs was kind of like a thing that I would, like, you know how people sometimes scroll Instagram? Like, I'll scroll ZipRecruiter or Indeed or, you know, LinkedIn, non-spons for any of those. But I'll look at those and just see like the interesting things that are out there. Because I always think it's interesting to see what other people do for work and what potential job opportunities there are out there. So anyways, yeah, have always been really into that. My parents would always laugh at me because they're like, you got another job? Yeah, man. Anyways. So while I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I just kind of also, I kind of think of interviews as like an acting practice, like acting skill practice. Not that I'm lying or being faulty. It's just a good practice to have. Being able to think on the fly and being able to kind of like you're improvising, you know? It's like a good actor's practice. Anyways, so yeah. But about bartending. So if you have no experience, I think, you know, it's so weird though to me, like nowadays, everything is online. Like you can literally learn anything from YouTube. Really, like just enter it in. You can learn anything from YouTube. Googling is just, bro. If Google was around, well, was Google around when I was little? I guess not. I don't know. But if it was, I'm just taking the foundation off of my jewelry. I don't even know if I can have facial jewelry for these things today, but you know, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Anyways, I feel like I'd have a PhD or something if Google was around when I was little. Not that you could have, you know what I mean? But anyway, you get my point. So when people ask me like, how do you, I'm like, bro, do you have the internet? Google, first of all. And yes, I understand you want like a personalized version of what my experience was, but everyone's experience is going to be different, right? Like, not to sound really shitty about it, but it's true. Like, if you're a hot girl, you're probably going to get a bartending job really easy. That's just facts. I don't make the rules, you know? So, depending on the business, go dressed like you would for trying to get that job. Now, the job fair that I'm going to right now is not like, it's not anything like Coyote Ugly. So I'm wearing like business cash. It's also going to be really hot. So that was a mistake, but it's fine. I think it's going to be crazy air conditioning inside. Anyways, if you're a hot guy, you could probably get hired as a bartender easy too. That is unfortunate, you know? It's an unfortunate, like, whatever, but I mean, obviously it's fortunate for those people, but that's kind of how it works. Sorry. But I mean, to me, there's nothing worse than, I mean, there's lots of things worse, but like for me, talking to someone who is just good looking and is an idiota is like the death of me. Like I will slowly, like slowly dying, just like, oh my God, please get me out of here. I can't. If you're just pretty and you have nothing of substance behind it, oh my God. Bore snore, you know? That applies to everybody, girls and guys. Like I can't. Please read a book. Or, I don't know. Get a hobby so you're excited about something. You know, I don't know. It's weird. But so, and being a bartender, a lot of it is talking to people. Now, depending again on the institution. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to do my brows while I have you on here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come back. All right, I'm just doing a little bit. Again, I don't, wow, this is very close. I'm sorry. queen of best angles. So, God, I think I had too much coffee today. I've been slowly ramping up to multiple cups of coffee, and I know that that's not good, but listen, next week is a year of me being sober. Woo! And so, like, give me coffee, you know? Let me have something. And as of late, I've been vegetarian and trying to be as gluten-free as possible. And so, yeah, like, let me have coffee, you know? It's gonna be real close for a little bit longer. I apologize, but I just need to make sure that this line. You ever just wanna, like, you just wanna get there, you know? Like, sometimes I just wish I could go whoosh and have my face on and just fucking go. Like, getting ready is so annoying sometimes. People like it. Like, I like it for certain things, but like every day getting ready to me is exhausting, especially after however many years it was of being fucking at home and not having to do anything really of substance. I mean, yes, we were doing stuff, but it was just different, you know? It hit a little bit different. Anyways, like, just 6 months ago, I turned down a job. Like, I got hired on the spot for a bartending gig, and then I turned it down because it felt very pushy. Like, I like to have a minute to be like, okay, cool, they want to offer me this position, amazing. Let me think about how this works with everything else and then do it. And they were like, okay, drug test, we're gonna put you on this. And I was just like, whoa, like, employee number, and I was just like, oh my God, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm, and then the holidays were coming and I was just like, I just want to be off for the holidays, to be honest. Like, I know that that's really whatever, but during that time, just was not doing well mental health wise. I just really wanted to sit in a dark room and have people stop talking to me. That's just kind of how it felt. And so I didn't necessarily feel like starting a new job, which is like, duh, why did you go for an interview or why did you apply? But I had honestly applied a while back and then they called me for it. And I was like, well, let's just hear them out. You know, that's kind of how I do it. Let's just hear them out. What do you have to offer? They had great stuff to offer and it was a really cute new spot. And I just, like, I think about it now and I'm still like, I just don't like how forceful it felt. And I'm big on how things feel. It was also very bro-y feeling, which is fine. Like, I've worked in exercise sciences for years and that's bro-y as fuck. Like, you're working with football coaches and basketball coaches, tennis coaches, and predominantly a male sports area, you know? Like, most of my graduate professors were men because they were all in sports and coaches. I think I had like maybe 2 or 3 women in my graduate program as professors, and they were more towards the like the writing aspect and the professional, like, whatever. Anyways, who cares? Amazing, all of them were amazing, but I'm just saying it's just, you know, I'm used to that, but it just was kind of like a I don't know. So I said no. Like, I took the rest of the night. I did the drug test, which they probably were mad about that because I think they had to pay for it. Whatever. But, like, just, like, let people decide, you know? But anyways, who cares? It's a whole... I like doing the white here, but then sometimes it makes my eyes look like they're not white. I just want to open up my eye. Open up my eye. Ah. Ah. I don't usually like to use eye drops, but that feels so good. Uh-oh. Here's my coaster. Aren't these cute? They're green. My friend got them for me a long time ago. Oh, there goes a tear. Oh, right into my nose. Cool. Okay, let that dry before I do my liner. What else do I want to do? I think that's it. So, wow, this has gone on for a long time and I feel like I haven't said anything. Okay, so when you go in for a bartending interview, obviously, you know, have as much experience as possible. You're gonna get a lot of the experience on the job, which is stressful, but that's a lot of jobs. Any industry that you're in, and I've learned this through being in many different industries, which is probably what leads to being or feeling uncomfortable a lot of times, is because whenever you're new, you are treated like you're new in the industry. So when you're new teaching at a certain place, that feels a certain way. If you're new in makeup, around a certain group or in a certain company, that's gonna feel a certain way. I mean, I even talked about being a hunt actor and how the newbies, they called us, and the vets, there was like this whole weird dynamic. It's like a power struggle. I don't understand why. It's like we're scaring people. Like, I get it. You want to take your job seriously, of course. Respect to the people who've been doing it for a long time, ever, always, in anything. But also, like, teach people who are newer and like help them grow, because ideally you're wanting the whole company. Wow, I just can't even talk, you know? I just can't even talk. You're wanting the whole company to thrive. So if you're a vet, then help the people that have just come on so that everybody can be, what's the word? It starts with a C, I can't think of it. This is really bad for interviews because you should be able to think on the fly and have like your words, but it starts with a C. I can't think of it. Anyways, so yeah, I just don't get that mentality. I don't get that, well, I've been doing this for 100 years and so I'm not gonna help you out. Like, you should figure it out, because I had to figure it out. Like, in a way I understand, because you want people to put in the work that you put in. But also it's like, get over yourself because everybody needs help. Everybody's been a beginner, you know? And so I've seen it in the makeup industry. I've seen it in dance, especially. I've seen it in acting. I've seen it in bartending. It's just a weird, I don't know, maybe that's just a human thing where it's like you feel like you have to prove that you've been around for a long time and that you're better at it than someone who's just coming in. I don't get that. I don't get it at all. And maybe that's why it's so frustrating to me, but that happens a lot also in bartending. And they'll talk shit to your face while you're like trying to make drinks and trying to be fast and whatever. And you have to just block it out. Otherwise it's gonna fuck up your whole shift. Like, you have to just, you know, go as fast as you can without being sloppy and be efficient. But you can't let the stress get to you. Again, it's just it's gonna make your interactions with the customers weird. It's gonna make your drinks making skills weird. So you just have to know the basic drinks and then always study more drinks. There's so many drinks and there's so many variations, and depending on where you live, there's different edifications of it. Edification, is that a fancy word for what I'm not even saying? There's fancy versions of it everywhere. And someone's gonna want something and want it a certain way, and like, yeah, make it how they want it. A lot of times people will tell you what they want, how they want it anyway, which is great, because then you just make it. Can I do this without, I'm gonna have to come back with my eyes too. My liquid liner is like dry, Like, I need to go to this store. I need to go to a certain store, and I don't really want to go there because whenever I go there, I feel like they're judging. And I was trying to avoid having to go in, but then when I tried to do the order online, it like didn't go through. And then I was trying to do same day delivery, and it was like, that's not available in your area. And I was like, why? I don't live in like a weird area where deliveries don't go. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's been a minute. So my thing was like, and I was trying to have like as soft a hand as possible. I already feel like this look is too much for where I'm going, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, where does she think she's trying to like work? But whatever, bro, you know, we're gonna do it for the YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna put some mascara on. Aggressive. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Okay, so in the interview, obviously look nice. I don't know if I can wear lipstick because I think I have to wear a mask, but I will hate if I get there and they're like, oh, you don't have to wear a mask, and then I have no lip on. Ew. So I might do a pencil just in case, because that won't really go anywhere too much. And then have resumes. I'm bringing a few because I don't know what all is going to be there. I definitely know that bartender is there, and maybe see what else is there. I also like to just kind of have my favorite drink recipe ready in case they ask. If you were to make me your favorite drink, what would it be? I mean, think of what your favorite drink is and then recite that, you know? I've also been studying mixology. Not that I want to be a mixologist necessarily, but I really like making drinks that way. Stabs self in eyeball. I mean, as opposed to like, you know, like a restaurant bartender. There's different bartenders, you know? There's like restaurant bartending, there's hotel bartending, there's casino bartending, there's strip club bartending, there's events bartending, there's catering bartending, there's arena bartending, like at a stadium or for a concert venue. There's amusement park bartending. There's so many different types of bartending, and they're all different. They're all different with the types of drinks that they make, and whether it's full bar or just like maybe it's a speakeasy and they're like super fancy. Those are the bougie people. I love them, but they're very like, oh, I like, you know, which I dig, but also it's like, oh my God. But also I kind of want to do that, you know? They're like, I like to climb to Mount Everest and grab my herbs from there. Oh my God, I'm spitting everywhere. Wow. Okay, so they have like suspenders and a bow tie and stuff, and like their little... What do the girls have? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so have your favorite drink recipe memorized. I mean, you should have a lot of them memorized, but for the actual interview, like if you're beginning or just trying to get started. And I feel like there's two parties, right? There's two camps. There's the camp that's like, lie. Which sucks because even if you lie, it's gonna show when you're behind the bar if you know what the fuck you're doing. And even if you've had like a little bit of experience, how you move behind the bar and how you pour the drinks and all of that, that's also gonna show. When I got hired, I had very little experience, but I knew alcohols, I knew flavors just because, or not flavors, but like aromas and I knew the bouquet and all of that just from drinking. And also serving and bartending at random things. So I wasn't like classically trained, right? And then even still, like I've had managers who were like, don't get a bartending certificate. It's stupid and nobody looks at it. But also, I think studying anything that you want to do is a good idea. Like, I don't think it's ever a bad idea to learn. So I don't think that getting a certificate is stupid. I do think that it's a lot of money that you might not necessarily need to spend because you're going to learn most of it on the job. But a lot of jobs aren't going to teach you theory, like why you don't shake gin, you know? So it's good to learn all of that. I think if you have a few bucks that you can spend towards that, great. If not, then you're gonna have to figure it out a different way. Or like I said, YouTube. YouTube is free, and so is Google. Oh my God, this is just getting chunkier and chunkier. Keeps adding layers. It'll eventually balance out. So then what else? Oh yeah, so there's two camps. There's the camp that's like, lie about your experience and that'll get you in the door. And I mean, I get it. That's true. It could potentially work that way. But also, the stress of that is like really hard. And again, like I said, everybody's gonna know once you're behind the bar. And the vets or the bartenders that you're working with are gonna hate you because you're slow or don't know what the fuck you're doing. And that's never fun. But if they're going to train you, if it's a job where they will train you, then great. You know, they probably just want to see that you are open to learning, that you're determined, that you're personable, that you're fun to talk to. Those are all the things in any job that's going to get you booked and hired for all of them. So there's that. And then there's the other camp that's like, be honest. And I appreciate both. I appreciate being honest about it. And saying, you know, I don't have a lot of experience, or I've worked this, and this, but I want to learn, I want to be better, I want to be faster, and the manager is going to decide if that's something they want to take a chance on or not anyway. And if they don't, then obviously you're not going to get hired, and if they do and they see potential, then they will. They also know if their establishment does drinks a particular way, and so if you're going to a speakeasy and you came from a restaurant, they probably won't want you to bartend the way you did at the restaurant. They're gonna want to train you a whole different way anyway. So if you're moldable, I hate the word coachable, but it's true. If you're coachable, because I feel like coachable, I don't know, whatever. But if you are moldable and open to constructive criticism, you're easier to mold into what that particular business is looking for. That's really in any aspect, right? So those are all tips that you can take with you anywhere, really. So lip, do I want to, oh, I put all my lip liners in my other room. Ew, what was that? I don't know. Too much coffee, like I said. I mean, I guess this is as even as I'm gonna get it. Oh, I do. Oh, no, I don't. I got a lot on my plate today, and I really should have. I was like, I'm just gonna have this day be everything. I'm gonna go to the store that I need to get all the things that I need, supplies, and then I'm gonna do this job fair thing for YouTube and record it, vlog it. I'm going to pick up headshots. I'm going to wash my car, and it's just like, oh my God, like. Figure it out. It's fine. What other tips? Bring your resumes, look nice, have your favorite recipe ready. Not like you're gonna make it, but you never know, you might. But for something like this, it's just like, usually it's like, what's your favorite drink to make? Or what's your favorite drink? And then you just tell them so that you show that you know like what an actual drink recipe is. And it's also connections, which I feel like is a lot of other things too. But if you know other bartenders or you know people in the service industry, keeping a good rapport and connection with those people helps get you jobs or recommendations too. There's been a lot of different times where I've known people and they've just kind of hooked me up with someone and I got a gig that way, which is always really awesome. Whether it's dance or choreography or bartending, like connections is always good. It's important. But also sometimes you just kind of have to start, and it's a longer way around it. But I think if you're upfront and you say, hey, you know, I am totally cool with starting or being a server, which, by the way, bless you, if you've ever been a server, oh my God, excuse me, that's disgusting. If you've ever been a server, bless your heart, it's not easy. I did it and I've done it and I do it for certain things here and there, like side whatevers, but it's not my favorite. I'm good at it, but I just really don't want to do it, kind of thing, you know? Yeah, if you're okay with serving, or you just kind of dig on serving, the thing that I liked about serving was talking to people that were cool. The thing that I didn't like about serving was working with people that I didn't. I mean, I guess that's everything, right? So I just fixed my brow and also ruined it at the same time. Great. Let's see. But if you are open to serving, then you can tell the manager, hey, you know, I'm cool with starting with serving, but I really want to get into bartending. So if there's any way I can like maybe serve and bar back or serve and learn or do any kind of training that you guys offer in-house, I would love to do that. Like, I want to work behind the bar, but I can also help out with serving. Because sometimes, if your bar allows it, I don't know if they would or not, but I was able to, when I wasn't necessarily bartending on a shift and I was serving, I would get to make the drinks because I was also a bartender. So like if I'm ordering a drink for a table, then, and the bartender is like busy dancing on the bar, or doing a body shot, right? Oh no, what did I do? I ruined it. Just trying to clean up that line, but I think again, the coffee, there's been too much coffee today. Then I would just make it, you know, because it was speed bar, so I wasn't doing like mixologist stuff. But if someone wanted like kamikaze shots and beers, like I could make that and grab that real fast before she even got down from the bar. What an experience. I'll have to share those stories. I do actually, I miss that, even though I don't miss the wackadoo schedule, sleeping schedule. Like that was kind of nuts, but yeah. So anyways, I'm going to finish getting ready so I can actually do this and go. And then, like I said, I probably won't record anything while I'm there. I wish I could take you guys with me. I mean, you'll be with me, but I'm not gonna like bust you out during an interview and be like, hey guys, I'm in the interview. This is what they asked me, you know. But those I think are like quick tips for you to learn or take with you if you are just trying to get into bartending or even serving or just a job. All of those tips are helpful for work. And I mean, I have millions of jobs, so take my word for it, you know? I'm not gonna steer you wrong. I've been working since, like I said on my podcast, if you listen to it, I think my first job offer was at like 10 years old. this lady in my complex asked me if I could write, like, my job for her was write. So I was an independent contractor at my first job. I would take 3x5 cards, index cards, and I would write her name and address on the cards, front and back. And for each card, I think I got 25 cents. It couldn't have been that much. Was it that much? Every card I got, maybe it was 10 cents. 10 cents for every card. Anyway, she would enter in lots of competitions, and she would win so many, but she had me mass writing out her address so that she could just mail them out. She had a broken hand, so she couldn't write, and so she wanted to enter in all these competitions, and so she would have me write her address. I mean, I would do it on my own time, like not like at her house. I would do it on my own time, and then I would walk to her place, and then I would give it to her, and she would count them and see which ones were legible, and if it wasn't legible, she wouldn't pay me for that one, and then she would pay me in cash, and it was like my first job. So random. Anyways, yeah, okay, I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.